Once again, welcome back to your GK Buddy. Cryptocurrency, central bank digital currency, metaverse, blockchain, and Web 3.0. These are some of the topics of the times. The underlying technologies of these topics are going to change our world. We have already discussed about cryptocurrency, central bank digital currency, and blockchain in our earlier videos. Today, we will discuss about Web 3.0, which is on the threshold, or on closer look we can say it has already arrived. But it will take time to evolve and to gain clarity. We have passed through Web 1.0 and Web 2.0 and is entering Web 3.0. It's more than 30 years. If I say exactly, it's on the 6th of August 1991 that the British physicist Tim Berners-Lee, working at the CERN Particle Physics Laboratory in Switzerland, published the first website on the World Wide Web. It contained just some information about the project and instructions to use it. On the screen is that web page. Now have a look at any of the website today. We have come so far by now. But it was not an easy journey. Tim Berners-Lee was working in a lab where people from different nationalities worked on different systems and formats. And if he wanted to pick some portion from different projects for his work, he had to log into different machines which used different systems, where he would find data in many different formats, and bringing it together to one place was laborious. He had written many memos suggesting how this could be brought together over a web with hypertext and URL, but people were not giving attention. After 18 months, his boss gave him permission to work on it along with his usual work as a play project. Of course, his boss had read the memo. After he died, it was found that in the memo, on the left-hand bottom corner, his boss had made a noting. Fake but exciting. You can watch Tim Berners-Lee telling the story in TED Talk. I am providing this link in the description section also. Let's have a look at the growth of number of websites. By 1992, there were about 10 websites. By 1993, the web technology was available for free, and by 1994, the total number of websites grew to 3,000. Today, there are 1.91 billion websites. You can watch the live statistics on internetlivestats.com. So that is the early history of the web. Now we will try to look at the growth of the web in the perspective of a user of the web. I think in the user's perspective, we can classify it into three periods. Web 1.0 during 1994 to 2004, Web 2.0 2004 to 2022, Web 3.0 from 2022 onwards. Web 1.0 were the days when we had for the first time the benefit of looking at information made available in static pages and reading it. Though the first web page was published in 1991, it started getting popularity by 1994 when the number of users rose to 3,000. Many search engines were launched. Yahoo came in 1994. The search engines of those days, I was familiar with Lycos, Ask Jeeves, Alta Vista, Internet Explorer, Netscape Navigator, and so on. Some did not survive the competition. Some later took different names. Google came in 1998. In Web 1.20, it changed from read-only to read and write. A spate of social media applications like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and so on arrived on the scene. Online business, interactive learning applications, many collaborations flourished. This period also saw the domination of large companies like Google, Facebook, Amazon, Microsoft, and so on. They gave us the platform to create content for free. We started creating and communicating with others. In the process, large volume of data reached them. They get huge income from advertising revenue. That's okay. We understand that. There is no free lunch, but we have no guarantee about the ways they might use our data. They had a control on our privacy. If I purchase a t-shirt from Lifestyle or Myntra, if I browse a site, next time I log in, the advertisement relating to these products appear on my Facebook page, in my mail, and so on. Numerous data leak instances were also reported. In 2018, Cambridge Analytica scandal, it was reported that a political consulting and strategic communications firm had collected personal information of about 87 million people through a personality quiz app that many accessed through Facebook, which was used in the Republican primary in America. This was in 2016 when Ted Cruz fought Donald Trump in the primaries. Web3 has already arrived. We will see more and more of Web3 from 2022. It uses blockchain technology. With it will come the characteristics of blockchain such as immutability, transparency, security, and will be consensus driven. Since the data and programs are not vested in a single server and redundancies are available, hacking of the system and bringing it down will not be easy. That's a departure from the client-server model. It is decentralized, peer-to-peer network. It will be using more and more of artificial intelligence to enhance user experience. It will be a semantic web, which would create a vast network of linked data than linked documents. The software will be able to infer relationships and create new data links without human intervention. For the user, the possibility is that information can be available at one place rather than in silos. No centralized storage of data, more transparent, and more secure. These are the promises. As I have mentioned earlier, Web 3.0 has already arrived and many groups are working to create different utilities. Steemit.com is a social media and blogging platform developed in 2016. It works on blockchain technology. You can register for free and upload content. If the content gets uploaded, you can get their cryptocurrency Steem dollar as incentive. The number of people who can vote for you will depend on the Steem power you have. More Steem power means more people can vote for you and more chance to win the adequate vote and win the incentive. But for purchasing Steem power, you have to pay in fiat money. On the screen is the value of Steem dollar with the 24-hour fluctuation. On 8th January 2022, the exchange value of Steem dollar is 4.93 US dollar. Another website you can have a look is nkn.org. This was started in 2018, claims to have the largest number of nodes. They have decentralized chat, remote connect, and a platform for developers. They work with a zero server and works on blockchain technology. They have many informative literature and videos which you can watch. Even navigating these sites is good learning. Google occupies a huge space on the internet, and they should be keenly watching the unfolding of Web3 and responding to it. Sundar Pichai, attending the Leadership Conference 2021 hosted by Hindustan Times, gave his views on Web3 during his interaction at this meet. He said, "It's early and nascent. It is exciting. The web has gone through very exciting phases when we went from Web 1.0 to 2.0. There is excitement around distributed architecture, maybe a decentralized architecture, payments built in all natively into it, and the set of interesting ideas like that. Web is a community and it is going to evolve. You have to wait for it to play out. As a company, we think about how do we adapt, how do we contribute to it." I'm just quoting the relevant portion from the Hindustan Times 2021 Leadership Summit. Please watch the full video on the YouTube. I have provided the link address here. It's as well given at the description section of this video. If you missed the transition from Web 1.0 to Web 2.0, this is your chance to make up for it. Currently, the companies that are running their business on the Web 3.0 model are mostly private startups. These companies are looking for developing financial and social media platforms, and they're trying to develop games also. Some companies are developing payment platforms. This time, the transition is expected to be more exciting, but the ride could be a little turbulent because we have to do a lot of unlearning. So that's it. Hope this video has been informative and useful. If you liked it, please share it. Please help us to take our channel to 1000 subscriber level. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe now. Thank you for watching. Watch against Corona and be safe. See you soon.